here.
Hi.
I think I've decided number one. This is our very first live YouTube stream and on StreamYard, dear Albie. It is. I think I'm gonna actually say, "What's up, anybody?" is going to be the thing because I have no idea. Look, we didn't reasons. Okay, didn't go crazy on the promotion of this because I got to be honest. I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. I have zero clue if this is even working right now. I think that it is. And because of that, we were like, let's keep this on the low in case it's super embarrassing, which I'm sure one way or another we'll get to because it's just kind of my thing. But thank you, anybody who is watching and who listens every week. This is going to be a fun one. What was that, Jules? Jules just kind of put a thing up. This is going to be, now look, this is a learning curve for us because we're going kind of back to like, I'm used to the camera in my face kind of thing is what I was used to before Dear Albie started. Okay. And I was excited to get the Moneymaker back on the, back in the mix of things. You know what I mean? Like, because I think first and foremost, let's start, at the beginning. I look fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
You know this? Do we
great.
see? I'm going to go, hang on. I can show comments. I guess I'm going to bring that up. So that's going to be first and foremost, most important thing for us to acknowledge here on the show, which I'm just going to say it all, say it all for you. We got somebody up. We got Lisa. It's midnight in the UK. Tino's on. He's in the comments. So this is fun. So usually now, number one, obviously you guys are all tuned in on Mom's YouTube page. There's going to be a lot of fun things happening on this moving forward. Dear Albie, this is going to be our live home. There's going to be a lot of other fun things that are happening, and we're excited to get into it. There's all kinds of debates on what the hell is going to happen to this thing because obviously nothing's been going on for a year. Now that I'm jumping in on board, everyone's got, something to say. So obviously, I'm sure the rest of my family will be chiming in any moment now. And that's another thing for you guys to learn. So for anybody that is not super familiar with the pod and Dear Albie, there's a lot of ways to get involved. This was a spinoff of kind of like a Dear Albie kind of thing years ago. And we were lucky enough to have a ton of people just writing into us, and it was just super, super fun. We cover literally anything and everything that people write in. You can hit us up at dearalbiemailbag@gmail.com. You can hit us up on the Instagram, or you can hit us up in the comments here. And we just, we get into all of it. There's a couple of rules you guys should know if you're not super familiar. If you're going to write in and you don't want us to say your name, please, for the love of God, make sure you mention that in the email because we will say it. There have been all kinds of crazy consequences to that over the years. We've been super, super lucky to have a ton of people listen. We call it the community, and we're excited to welcome you guys to that community now. There's also chimes, which is basically you chime in on whatever the hell anybody's talking about and just tell us what you're thinking about any situation, and you can hit up any one of us that's on the show. And we should probably get in a little bit about ourselves if you don't know. So, Jules, do you want to kick that off? Jules, who's been, with us for years now.
I was Al's intern, turned into producer, and I run the social media. So, yeah, I've known Al since I was 22 years old and been with the community since not the first season, but I'd say the second season. And I started the Instagram and kind of gathered the community into one spot. So, and now I get to co-host with Al, which was in the beginning, did not want to be on the show. So I've really grown up on the show, I'd say, at least my adulthood. So,
what's up, Nat?
Hello.
Nat, you're giving cat lady vibes right now. I have to be honest. You're super dark in there too. Did you know this was happening?
I did, but I was planning to do this on my laptop, which would have given me more like backlight. But I don't have Chrome on my laptop yet. I just got it. So instead of delaying this broadcast by trying to it's a MacBook too, and it's my first one, so I don't really know how to do anything. So I couldn't quickly download the application. Like I would have had to figure it out. So now I'm on my phone. Sorry. And I don't have lighting really. I live in like a basement unit. So like the sun is down. I'm not putting the big light on for this.
Did you request that? Did you request to live in a basement?
No.
Everything you would request.
I wouldn't now because I'm a single woman. I wouldn't want to live on the first floor. But when I moved in here with a boy. We lived together. so I wasn't scared. But now, if there's anybody out there, don't try and figure out where I live, please. I just said so much information about myself, but whatever, it's fine. We continue, we move on.
Well, hey, look, we all prepared for this show in a bunch of different ways. My big thing was this is my contribution. I got a mug.
Very morning show.
Because I feel like every good host needs a mug.
Well,
I just didn't want to obviously be drinking a high noon on the thing. I thought it was a whole, and all I found was the mug.
I've got a seltzer, obviously.
Okay.
Black cherry vanilla from White.
Okay.
Mine's ruby red tangerine.
No, this has got to be good stuff. Look, bottom line, we wanted to get the community, everybody that had listened before, a opportunity to interact with us on the show because a lot of fun things have been happening. So either way, you're going to be able to, listen back and record this. There's nothing on the show for everybody that does listen to the pod. Nothing's going to change. But just another fun way to kind of get involved and see what happens because I just don't see a lot of this ending well. So I think, definitely make sure you guys tune in and make it live. Some just crazy stuff lately on the write-ins. Number one, we have been planning for the last couple of weeks to get this whole thing up and running, and all kinds of stuff had been coming up. One, most notably, it was my son's birthday. We had his birthday party about 10 days ago. It was a whole golf themed thing. Super, super sweet. And his actual birthday was just last week. And it was weird for me because, first of all, I don't think this is going to shock a ton of people, but I was very much in my feels on the birthday week. It was a tough one, in a weird way, because it's like time went by crazy, crazy fast, obviously. And I felt this weird pressure to somehow, because I was the guy.
Oh no.
Is this for you too, Jules, or just me?
What?
You froze for like a full 15 seconds.
Oh, well, I said great stuff is all you really got to know. So it was a crazy time for me because I kind of felt all this pressure in a weird way to do something fun. And we had a lot of ton of people that came over for his party and everything, but we went down and we did a very Jersey birthday. We went down to the boardwalk, we took him to the aquarium, and we hit Tiki Bar. So anybody that's been out there, we've been talking about Jersey Shore a bunch lately. So we hit Tiki for the first time, and he had his whole kind of day of fun, and he's gotten into now we have reached the baby shark phase of the I was going to say relationship. It's he's very, very into baby shark. Now at 1 year old, I feel like he's talking way more than a kid at one should. So now he just says shark, because he's got like an accent now too. He picked up my mother's Brooklyn thing or something. Well, she'll say it's Brooklyn, and makes me jump up and down singing Baby Shark all day long. Right.
Oh,
so that was kind of the beginning of him actually starting to like me, because he's been pretty chill dominant the entire time, which was a win for me. And then immediately after, he got sick. So he has right now, he's coming out of croup the first time he's been sick. And when I tell you, and I don't think this is going to shock you by any stretch, I have been in like meltdown mode in the last 48 hours with this kid getting sick.
Yeah.
Because he's so talkative. He's the sweetest kid ever. And then the voice was just gone. And he's like, so he says hi to everybody he sees. And now out of nowhere, he's like, hi. Like couldn't even get the words out, and had this like seal barking cough.
That's awful.
So sad, just like crying and all this stuff. And today he started to snap out of it. And of course, getting me sick as well. So it's been a ride. Is net where we're going with this, but
awesome.
He's back to normal now, and it's been a lot of fun. And shout out to everybody that was on the Insta. I don't know what it says about me, but I got a little weepy on him. I did.
It means that you're like a human being that's in touch with your connection with your son. I think that's positive.
He's pretty cool. He is. We went, it's so funny. So we brought him down to the doctor, and his 1 year was, obviously the same week. So we already had the appointment. And the doctor's just asking all kinds of questions about like, what he's into and everything. And she's like, why don't you just talk milestones? Like, and she goes, does he clap? And I don't know what it was, but I got this like thing in the back of my head where I was like, I don't know if it was subconscious or what. She's talking mostly to Chelsea. And I'm sitting there and it's like, well, yeah, not only does he clap, he knows when to say hi and bye. And he'll say it like to you, like, watch when we leave. I was like bragging about all this stuff that he was doing. So I got a little Doyle rules, I guess. And, but it's fun. So we'll have him on the show. We posted a lot, obviously, that we were doing this today. Jules, what's happening on social right now? What's going on out in the world of the community?
Community member did write in and said how they're very excited, but they did mention how they're hoping Al has better lighting because we can't see him most of the time when we post videos.
Like right now? I
No.
don't like. Listen.
Now we're good, but before you would be like in the dark.
Look.
Okay. Anyway. Gert. Noted. Noted for next time, everybody.
I've gotten older. I've gotten wiser. But with the age, I'm not as, what I say? Listen, my son is super cute. I have a very cute kid. Okay. But do you know the thing in Little Mermaid where Ursula's like sing and takes Ariel's voice?
Yeah, like the whole first part of the movie.
Yeah, that. My son did that to my face.
Oh,
Got it.
That's what he did.
But they did say you look like you're in a cave. And
Jesus.
Want to try to help him out.
Hey, I got lights. It's funny. Chell mentioned that on the way out, she handed me 2 lights because I was just like, there's a bulb. I have literally like a basket with a bulb in it right now.
And I solemnly swear I will be better lit next time, everyone. I'm so sorry.
But we do have some fun questions to get into. So what is there anybody say anything nice outside of, just
No.
Just that they're excited.
Just that they're excited?
Yes.
That's good.
Curly Sue,
Oh my God, our girl.
Smiles in Spanish. Our other girl.
It's gonna be, well, look, this is now going to be the kind of thing where having people live on the show will be at least at a minimum, it's a possibility. So, we'll get in there. We'll get it going. Nat.
Yeah.
Have you manifested running into your dream guy at a coffee bar yet?
No, but follow me for some evolutions that may lead us to that place. I am planning to move when my lease is up.
Mm-hmm.
And I have chosen a town that happens to have a very prestigious university in it. This is not why I chose the town.
Uh-huh.
But I mentioned to somebody, I'm looking at apartments in this town. And they were like, maybe you'll meet a hot English professor. So give me some time. I'm going to start doing day trips and start scouting the area a little bit soon because I have several months left on my lease. But that's the development in that area.
So you're really just you're all in on professor, huh?
No, honestly, dating hasn't been a focus of mine at all. So like I said, like that, I was just thinking of like, first of all, I was going to move out of New Jersey. I was like, I can't take this anymore. And the traffic and the gas and the this. And then I was like, I actually don't really want to leave New Jersey yet. So maybe just a different part of this state. I wound up looking at this specific location, and it just happens to be like an academic area. So it just might happen organically from the bottom of my heart.
Hey, look, maybe it'll show up in the comments.
There you go. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if everyone can hear. That's my cat throwing up. Whatever. You have a baby. Does your baby throw up? I'm sorry.
I mean, not hairballs, but
well-
like, you know, to be honest with you, I don't believe he's actually, he spit up a couple times as is normal, but you know.
Okay, well, I'm a single parent, so I don't have someone else to take care of it. So
Understood.
I just have to let it sit there.
Listen, we've got a good one. This is a fun. We actually have a kind of like a follow up on this. We have this is our first question live, our first live one. This came in actually kind of a couple of weeks ago, right around when we announced that we were doing this. So we got kind of a double whammy on this, which is fun. But here we go, dear Albie. First of all, so incredibly excited that you guys are going to be doing live shows. This is my first write-in, but I have been listening for years, and I love the whole fam. What just happened to that?
I'm fine.
So much going on. So
Sorry.
much going on.
Continue.
No, I'm glad we didn't like. You know, we'll
Yell at me later. Keep
no,
it.
we'll get into it. This is my first write-in, but I've been listening for years and love the whole fam. I am slightly nervous to type this, so please don't say my name. See, this is what I'm saying. Please don't say my name, but I need to get the community's input on this, even though I feel like I already know what you are going to say. My husband and I have 3 kids and have lived in the same neighborhood on Long Island for over 10 years. First of all, we're going to get into the on Long Island thing. That's important. On Long Island.
That's
okay?
correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shouldn't you be?
Well, we can come back.
Earmark. We're gonna get that. Neighborhood on Long Island for over 10 years. It also happens to be where I grew up. My eldest son is 15 and like me has had a long-standing group of friends he has known for his entire life, girls and guys, both, and all living a short ride away at the absolute furthest. Obviously, we have gotten very close to their parents as well, and we all and in a way, we have our own clique, if you will. Well, about half the block up, my son has started to quote unquote date one of the girls in his friend group, whose mom happens to be one of the ladies in the neighborhood that I am closest with. This is the first time I have ever heard the word girlfriend, and while it's sweet, it is very nerve-wracking at the same time. She is super sweet herself, but I happened to run into her and another boy who I hadn't seen before sitting outside of a local hangout. I did not say anything to my son, but it has really been bothering me because I caught a bit of a vibe, if you catch my meaning. I don't know what it is, but while I feel like I should know better than to say anything, part of me wants to approach my friend, her mother, and see what is going on. We are super close, so I hope she would understand that I simply don't want to see my son get hurt. Am I crazy? Any advice is appreciated. And like I said, for heaven's sake, do not say my name. Keep up the great work, T.
That's tricky.
This is why I love this show. Now, here's the thing. We've all kind of evolved together in a lot of different ways over the years. We've been doing this show like you know, I don't know how many years, but it's like a lot of them, you know, more than one.
Yeah.
And the questions have changed a bunch. And we've been getting a bunch of this where like the kids of community members now are starting to date. You know, we talked about this with Candace a ton when she's on, like with, like boys hanging out with girls, girls hanging out with boys kind of thing, like for the very first time, and how do you react? And this is interesting because I feel like our generation, from a millennial standpoint, I think we're a little bit more drama than our parents were. And I think that, like, especially being into social media and all of that stuff, that like we're kind of prone to get involved or think that of everybody. Like, I think it's one giant I'm a cool mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
So this stuff has been coming up a ton. This is, I don't know, this checks all the boxes for me because they're friends too. Nat, I'm going to throw it at you first. What do you think? My mug.
I don't know. What did she say she's thinking of doing? She's thinking of going to.
She wants to.
Friend
So
the girl's mom.
She doesn't want to say. She's kind of making it more about a friend-to-friend issue than it is about like her kids.
I think I would be more inclined to recommend she maybe brings it up to the son. I don't think that parents together should be like orchestrating anything to do with their kids' romantic relationships. I think if she went to her son and said, hey, like, I don't know if it was anything, but I saw, you know, your girl with a boy. I don't know. They didn't kiss. I didn't see anything happen, but I saw it. I'm not trying to stir anything up, but thought I'd let you know just in case you want to ask her about it. If not, that's fine. And I think that is her due diligence. Bringing it to the mom friend who's the girlfriend's mom, like, that's too many parents involved in a teenage relationship. You know? That's too, get the grown-ups out.
It is a little, you know, it is a little, you know, it's kind of like, let me pose it like this, okay? Let's say the daughter, the girlfriend in this case, okay, is, you know, messing around on the son, whatever it is, okay? And her son is clearly into her and whatever, right? They've all been friends for a while. The moms are close, okay? Do you kind of think that the other mom almost has like not necessarily like an obligation, but do you kind of feel like they're kind of messing up the friendship a little bit in amongst everybody? Like, let's say you're the type of friendship where all these people go on vacation all the time and stuff, you know?
No, because listen, that mom has a responsibility to her daughter to say, hey, do you want to be the type of young lady who is behaving this way? She doesn't have an obligation to her daughter's boyfriend's mom to get involved that way. She has an obligation to her child to say, hey, what are the values that you want to uphold as you're growing into a young adult? And do you want to hurt this boy who is important to you? And if he's not important to you, then you know, this is a good lesson to learn to be honest with him, because you're going to screw up the whole friend group if you don't. But also because going forward into relationships later, these are good skills to have. That's that mother's obligation.
What are we thinking, Jules?
When I think about coming from the child's point of view, if I found out that my mom went to the girlfriend's mom and said something, I would be mortified. So I say stay out of it. This is sounding a lot like The Summer I Turned Pretty in a way. It's kind of interesting. We watched the show, but
what
hearing
what summer is that?
The Summer
it's for young people. I don't know.
She's literally like,
that's a different thing. I thought you were. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, Jesus. I was like, Jules. Like, what are you talking about?
No, it's a TV show.
A show that I think is for like the youths. I don't think
parents, friends, their kids are dating, just giving that vibe. But yeah, I don't get involved. I don't think, because like Nat said, it just makes it uncomfortable, and it's not. You're not going to change anything. Like, the daughter could lie and say something, you know, like when you get caught like that, she's probably not going to be like, no, yeah, I'm talking to another guy. Like, she's going to deny it.
These are the times when kids are learning about relationships, and they are perhaps going to make mistakes and perhaps break hearts and get their heart broken. And, you know, unfortunately, that's kind of what happens. Very few first loves really go the distance. So is this couple going to maybe have some hiccups? Probably. And the mommies can't protect them from all of that.
Well, listen, she's getting right into it. She says, am I crazy? Is she crazy? Now, look, with me, the one thing you don't want to do as a parent, okay, is, I think especially as a boy mom in this situation, okay, is embarrass your son. I don't think, especially, look, if he's getting played out on top of everything else, okay, you don't want to be like, oh, hey, by the way, your mom got involved in all of this. And that's how it's just not, the trickle down is not great. But I wonder a little bit too.
Yeah.
Do you give different advice if it was the girl's mom writing in?
No, I would give the same advice. I would tell the girl's mom to tell her daughter, I saw your boyfriend with another girl. Handle that however you want. Mm-hmm. End of my responsibility.
But you're going to go to your daughter and you're going to say something, though.
Yeah, but that's what I said about the boy mom, too. I said she should go to her son and say, I saw your girlfriend with another boy. first. That's all her responsibility is. These mothers have obligation to their own children, if anything.
It's also, she's saying she got a vibe. It's not like something happened. I mean, like you could, like, what if it's just, what if it's her cousin or something like that? You don't know. Like you can come off crazy.
But also, if it's your own kid and you see their boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, with another person of the opposite sex, you tell your kid. So what if it's the cousin? You don't seem crazy as long as you don't come in hot, like, your boyfriend's cheating on you. Your girlfriend's cheating on you. If you just come in with the information, hey, I saw them with somebody. There you go. Do with it what you want. I think that's totally sane. That's normal.
This is fun. It's all happening. So Gavin wrote in. Gavin agrees with Natalie. Parents getting involved sounds messy. Jules, I'm doing your job. Go ahead.
Courtney says if she goes to the mom and says, I saw blank at blank the other day, I didn't recognize the guy she was with. Is he new to the neighborhood? That's a smart way of proposing it.
Yeah.
I love that. I can't go up on the comments. Are they gone? Like once they're just constantly moving.
You just gotta move on it quick. We got Jennifer here. Big fan, exciting for the next chapter. Yes, we are here. That's all I just said. I don't know. Look, I agree with parents getting involved, getting messy. I definitely agree with. But I think, like in Courtney's spot, right? Saying, I didn't recognize him as new to the neighborhood. Is there a move there, Nat? Do you think they play in the coy route with the other mom?
No, don't talk to the other mom. The two moms should not be in cahoots about their teenage romance partners. They just should not be a team, like, against a team. It's weird. My mom, who was absolutely bonkers bananas, used to call my high school boyfriend's mom all the time. It was traumatizing.
Say what though? Like,
for instance, is my daughter at your house? It's 2 a.m. Whatever.
Yeah, but that's okay.
No, it's not. Stay out of my
Were you at the house?
Mom. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe once I was, but that's not the point. The point is, it was beyond that. She would call and just start drama.
Wait. Did you get outed if you were at somebody else's house at 2 a.m? Were you essentially outed?
No, I was with my boyfriend, but his mom didn't know that because I climbed in through the window to his bedroom. But that is a different story as well. That's not what we're talking about.
Is it? I feel like I feel like you were the kind of teenager, okay, that watched Scream for the first time and was like, I need that in my life.
I was like,
come by the window because
so
I have to, you could have lived, you could have had a door outside and you would have used the window either way.
Yeah, probably. I thought it was so badass. I was very dumb. It was stupid, but that was probably the most rebellious thing that I ever did as a kid. I was a very good kid, but once I got to 17 and I had my first real boyfriend, it was on. Time to act crazy.
We don't have to guess because one of the good news elements, I suppose, bad news for T, of us delaying our little live show is T acted before she got any advice.
Oh no! Tell me.
So, any guess?
I feel like she told her mom friend, "Women can't ever stay quiet." Go ahead.
Dear Albie, first sentence. So that did not go great.
No, I know.
Darn.
Now, look, another thing to the community and everyone. We do end up getting a ton of write-ins, and subject line, whatever, is very, very helpful to help us get to it quick. But this has happened a bunch where something will go down and then we are, 2-3 weeks away from a show or from reading it, whatever. And then we get the follow-up. Mm-hmm. Patience. Sometimes, we can help each other get through some things. Here's the example, because now we have a whole new set of questions. Dear Albie, so that did not go great. Last week, I saw the boy again, and I overheard my son talking to one of his friends on the phone about him being concerned she's hanging out with a quote-unquote Tyler.
It's always a Tyler, isn't it?
I couldn't help it. And casually, I mentioned something to my friend about running into her daughter those weeks back. I swear I was as nice about it as I could possibly be.
I'm so mad.
She hit me with a, "What are you trying to say?" And I have to be honest, I was taken aback, and we got into a bit of an argument.
Yep, bet you did.
Also, saying taken aback is such a suburban mob thing to say. I was taken aback.
That's
You know
untrue.
what I mean?
I love saying taken aback.
Well, you know.
I'm a suburban mom to you, Albie. I only have 2 children and they're cats.
We got into a bit of an argument. She said that she felt it was best that we stay out of the kids' business and that she nor I shouldn't mention anything to either of our children.
Well,
I am livid. My husband's telling me to calm down, but I feel like I need to have my son's back. I feel at this stage, me not saying anything to my son is going to wrap me up in something that I can't take back, and he will eventually be mad at me.
yeah.
So now I feel like I have to choose between my son and being loyal to what I promised my friend I wouldn't say. At the same time, I feel like I won't learn anything else if it turns out I say something to my son. I feel like I screwed this entire thing up.
Yep.
Please, what do I do? T.
T? I don't know how to help you now. I knew
It's
she
a
was going
great
to go
show.
talk to her
This is what I'm
friend.
saying. It's a great show. This is a great show.
God damn it. Okay.
Okay.
Listen up. T, if you are here, or if you see this or hear this later, if it's not too late, tell your son. Tell him. Because it is going to come
Tell him?
back. Yep, it's going to come back that she knew and didn't tell him. He's going to find that part out, and that's very important. He's going to feel betrayed by her, and then her friend and her son are going to be really mad at her, and somehow the little girlfriend, too, will be mad at her. Everyone's going to be mad. Save
You
your
know,
son.
I got to be honest. I'm back on Team T with this. I wasn't loving the say anything thing. I really wasn't. I was like, hey, you know, whatever. So when she says that did not go great, I was prepared to be like, look, T, you fumbled this.
She
Okay.
did.
But I got to tell you the truth. The what are you trying to say?
I didn't like that. I didn't like that either. Mm-mm.
You know what?
Don't make it sound like I'm saying something about a teenage girl that I'm not saying. But is it true that she also, you know?
The what are you trying to say? I'm taken aback by this. Okay. Jules, where you at?
Well, did we really think though that she was gonna say like, what's wrong? Like you're kind of accusing her daughter of cheating. Like I too would be like, what are you trying to say?
It
Listen,
sounds
she's
to
like,
me-
hey, I just run into her. She didn't say what she said, right? When she's like, oh, hey, I ran into her. She's not lying. She could just be like, hey, oh, hey. And so look, let me, you know, and we could use the additional context, but let me just throw this out there. If she just says to her friend, oh, by the way, I ran into, you know, your daughter and I noticed, you know, she was with so-and-so, and you're
Who's not my
immediately like,
son?
what are you trying to say? You know?
Because you know why? Because her mom knows she's cheating on him.
I was
Okay.
gonna say the mom must know something.
And that's why she said we should just stay out of it. Shut up about it. And don't talk to my daughter. And don't talk about her. Because I know what she's up to. And
The mom's trying to put a lid on this. The mom is trying to put a lid on this.
The mom's trying to tell her daughter, you're young. It's okay. Tell your son right now. Get him, put him on this podcast. Show him. I'll tell him.
Courtney's asking how old are the kids?
They mentioned they're teens. They're like mid to late teens. It looks like 15, 16, somewhere in there.
Oh, the kids. Oh, this is going to be so bad.
But look, the tell the son thing, it's interesting because her husband's saying calm down, right?
Of course he doesn't want to get involved in the drama.
I feel like, look, your son's already saying that he's got a vibe for who she's hanging out with and whatever. Okay. Now that to me is a little bit of a saving grace in this whole situation, because if he's already kind of just me, if he's already kind of like, you know, onto something, you have to go one of two ways. You either have to kind of give him a little advice to like he figures this stuff out on his own, okay? Or you go all in and say something. But here's the thing. You go all in and say something, okay? And he brings it up to the girl and says, you know, my mom talked to your mom about it, whatever. There's just no world, okay, in your son's situation where this reflects well on him in math class the next day. There's just nothing that's going to happen, right? Where all his friends are going to be like, oh, anything other than your mom, you know, got involved in his picking fights up the street. So it's, you know, in a weird way too, now you got to hope that the other mother didn't go back and say something to the girl. Oh,
she 100% is gonna. She's going to go tell her daughter, like, they're on to you.
Courtney's in. Courtney, our 14-year-old has more boyfriend-girlfriend drama. The stories could go on for days. I mean, hey, we have time. So there's now, look, these are things, too, that I have news for you. I think Chell brought, you know, our son to like a Trader Joe's, and he was saying hi to people as they walk by. And if they don't say hi back, loses it, you know? So I can see how, as a mom, you just want to protect your son and all this other stuff. You don't want to be embarrassed. But it's a really, really fine line, I think, at that age, especially in a world where these opinions can get public and all of that other stuff. So I kind of feel like I would lead a horse to water on this a little bit. But I'd probably, you know.
My argument for this is I'm advocating, we're past the don't get involved point. She's involved. Everybody's involved. My original advice was maybe just talk to your kid and don't get involved more broadly. Too late. That's done. My whole point is now I want her to like salvage this whole part with her son, because if he's saying near her or in front of her, like, I just feel like my girlfriend is like maybe like hang out with another guy, and she's like, huh, interesting, that's crazy, and then later he finds out she knew and could have told him, he's not going to forgive that quickly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a betrayal.
This, first of all, this is why you wait for us to respond, number one. But number two, now let me throw this at you, okay? Anyone in the chat listening, and obviously either of you ladies, you're the girl's mom. You get confronted by the boy's mom. Do you go and tell your daughter?
Hell yeah.
You go back. You go. What do you say?
I'm the girl's mom. I go to my daughter and I say, listen, this is what I heard. And if it's true, you got to be more careful. And also pick one. Okay, because this is going to get messy quickly.
So you don't say, hey, what you're doing is messed up. You say you got to be more careful.
I would, if she's already doing it, I would recommend be more careful and perhaps stop. I don't know if you've met a teenager. They are not usually want to take their parents' advice. So you kind of have to tread lightly there. You got to be kind of cool and be like, listen, you have no idea what I did when I was a teen. I was also cool and dangerous. And I've seen a window or two. But also, here is some adulty advice where I think you should stop doing this.
A couple things, really, really quick, though. A couple things in the window. How high was the window?
Dude, it was pretty high. It was it was on the first floor, but like their foundation must have been up or something, because he had to like pull me. There was not a step or anything, and it was not like really like upper body climbable. He had to like pull me in.
Oh, okay. So you snuck in a window. What, did you sneak out a window to sneak in a window?
I had to climb over a fence to then sneak in the window, and then yes, sneak out the window and over the fence again. Yes. We were in love. He was a lacrosse player. Shut up. Fair.
Dear albie@gmail.com. Guys, listen, shout to T for making this less awkward than I feel like it was definitely going to be otherwise. Jennifer said she would play dumb and be like, hey, who's that? Courtney, wants to just hear more of Nat's stories, listen, go back to any of the fact that we didn't talk about anybody, going in their pants during a date with Natalie was a major achievement for this show. What happened?
I didn't tell you. I think I told Jules.
You told me.
That he literally, what was it, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago? That guy, I had told that story on TikTok 2 years ago.
So you told the story on TikTok really quick that a guy pooped his pants during a date with you.
Yeah, but it was like a year.
Inform everyone.
But it was like a year after it happened. It was already long done, and he like had a new girlfriend. So I was like, "Fuck him. He's not gonna be in love with me forever." Then I'm gonna tell this story, and I did. So anyway, 2 weeks ago, he went on my TikTok all the way back to like 2 years ago and liked just that TikTok of me telling the story. I had to block him. Stop perceiving me. Let me tell my story. I'm sorry you pooped yourself.
There's a lot going on with that. I don't think I would want to bring that amount of attention to anything again, but Gavin will Chelsea be alive soon, I'm sure. The little guy, he's on the mend. Guys, fun. Dear Albie mailbag at gmail.com if you want to write in your stories. Also, look, the comments will be there. This is going to live on the YouTube. And we'll be doing this every week. So hit us up.
Jennifer.
Anything else? Anything else? Anything else you guys want to?
No, I'm still mad that people don't leave back at 5 at grocery
Thank you.
store.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
And I promise to get a better light, everybody, next time.
No, I think it fits. I actually think it works.
This is actually good because I just got Botox a couple days ago and it hasn't settled yet. So this is like a nice. Next time I'll let you see it.
I just got spray tanned.
Hell yeah! Look at that.
He's watching. He just won't write in. He's texting me. He's like, I'm watching, but I don't want to write in so people know my name.
Your boyfriend?
So my boyfriend? Yes, he is
Your
my
boyfriend.
Honey.
So shout out to him.
Hey.
Shout out to Honey. He'll be on soon. We'll make it work one way or the other. Catch you guys later.
Bye.